this experience, you know, they've fantastic events, you know, Dallas, New Orleans, of course, but this is a different, you know, situation. There's different energy in the room. There's no huge crowd there, and this is a little bit new for some of the guys on TK as well. The likes of Kenny, you know, accuracy, they you know, haven't had this kind of, you know, situation, but we're off into the first game.
Here we go, map 1, St. Marie, and you know, Team Kaliber had questions after the first win. You know, there were some changes to the FG42, and I wondered if accuracy and Chino would still dominate. The answer was yes, they still controlled things. Now, the FG42 gets a little bit of a buff, and you gotta think maybe they might be better over these next couple of weeks. So, Team Kaliber, certainly very, very scary roster. eRa. A lot of work to do. Yeah,
a really interesting thing. A lot of teams, you know, people are saying they'll be better after the FG's been buffed or when the FG gets nerfed, if you like. TK have been good throughout. You know, from start to finish, no matter what the meta has been, they have been on top, they have been dominating. TK, though, for me, is just kind of getting that, you know, initial map control, that dominance and showing and putting, you know, eRa in their place. For me, complete opposite, though, on the side of eRa. They need to show that they can go toe-to-toe at the start of map 1.
Well, looking like it's basically a 50-50 split right now. Team Kaliber, though, taking over the lead. Spawns, however, for the second hardpoint, currently controlled by eRa. Ricky's found 2 kills in a row to work with as well. Decimate's getting involved in the action, and they've got a chance here to put a dent into this lead, if not take over here momentarily, as they're going to rack up a lot of time here in Winery.
Yeah, smart rotation here, but 2 kills coming out the side for the squad. The pistol coming out, and he's going to be short of ammo there. Theory, Kenny, and Chino all picking up the kills, but it's this next wave that they really need to break on through. Bevel's in trouble. 2 players do go down there. Ricky doing some great anchoring for the squad.
Yeah, Ricky, he got 2 kills in transition, dies, pops back up, and picks up 2 on defense here to try and hold the push coming in from Team Kaliber. eRa, a minimal lead. Pharaoh trying to drop and pick up the 3rd kill in a row there, but if you're Team Kaliber now, you just got to give this up. I mean, Theory's the only one here. The other 3 rotate across as they clear him out. The final 20 or so seconds will go to eRa. Now, all the pressure on Team Kaliber to try and hold in our 3rd hardpoint.
And I think the important thing is here, I don't think TK have give eRa any type of streaks to break this next hardpoint. They have rotated early enough. However, Chino, and again, we talk about accuracy with this FG. I was really excited to see this back in the hands and them kind of dominate throughout, but very impressed with the start from eRa, especially the likes of Pharaoh and Decimate trying to get in there up close and personal. Ricky, though, is standing out 8 and 5. Heavy interactions, and again, key engagements on those rotations.
Well, I like you mentioned the streaks, too, because Team Kaliber, it seems like the only time we've seen them put away in a hard point is when a team really does outslay them big time and to pick up the streaks, because we've seen them get outslayed by 30 kills and still win a hard point. They do not need to win that advantage, but they do a good job of not giving up streaks, and right now it's accuracy, trying to work on some of his own. Unfortunately, nade comes through and he's going to drop.
Yeah, for a second there, accuracy gave TK just a couple of seconds maybe to contest these last 20 on the parking lot. However, he does go down after the second kill. We are going to see, oh, in fact, no, one person still challenging towards the scrap time. That is going to be Theory. Trying to get the last 10 seconds will do, as we do see the rotation right around here. And we're going to see, again, Team Kaliber, they're in control here.
This is great, because not only do you get that final scrap time by Theory making a big play, the other 3 players already rotated over and won some key gunfights. As I say that, though, it goes right back to the favor of eRa. They get the early break, and they're going to get some opening time here. Spawning stables is going to be Team Kaliber. They're trying to fly forward. Decimate trying to get in position there. I don't know, maybe you can hold at the barrel and pick up a kill. Gets a little bit of an awkward timing there.
Talking at the start of this map, especially for myself, you know, eRa, they had to go toe-to-toe at the start, not give away streaks, not give map control. They've done that perfectly. And again, a big sense of this has come from Ricky. 14 and 7. We saw what he could do in Dallas. We've seen, obviously, what he's capable of all year round as well. For me, Ricky is kind of a star player and the one which will be leading this squad forward. However, the young talent coming through as well. Can they push TK all the way? TK regaining control here, but on the lookout post, we're going to see Bevel's already thinking about that next rotation. And it looks like eRa, they're setting up here.
I mean, you've learned over the past couple of majors, no lead is safe when going up against Team Kaliber. As I say that, Team Kaliber takes control of the lead again. Back and forth affair here in the first map. TK versus eRa, and now let's get into our second set of rotations as we're back into the restaurant.
Accuracy, 2 big kills, making a 3rd as well. And his position was always known from the very first kill there, but coming down the stairs, 1 at a time, not going to happen. And accuracy picking them apart. Kenny and Theory starting to light up, and this is where, if eRa aren't careful, streaks will happen, and they will be able to break that next hard point.
Yeah, we hopped off of accuracy to see the crazy play from Kenny, but he was very close. So you can see he's 75 off. But I mean, between that, you allow him to get towards streaks, which he may pick up here. Kenny's slaughtering you out in the mid lane. Team Kaliber finally looks to really get something going, but accuracy will get cut down from that grenade. So right before he's going to pick anything up, he will drop. But there you go. It's Kenny getting the kill inside, getting the time, or the points for the hardpoint as well, and also grabbing the glide bomb and fighter pilot.
And this is what I love, is that 1v1 individually there was fantastic from Chino. Big kill, not going to influence it too much as TK will spawn out, but it is going to put 5 seconds maybe where eRa have got to check the corners, find Chino, pick him apart, and we'll have to see whether he can do that. But right down the middle, Pharaoh taking down accuracy, and look at that. Now these 2v2s here coming into this next winery is going to determine who takes control. This time, it's eRa. I was going to say I don't think there's any streaks, but Pharaoh, prove me wrong. Here we go.
Just picked him up. He had to win that one-on-one with Kenny in the mid lane. He was able to do it, and he pops the streak immediately. Chino, Kenny, Theory, all fall to the fighter pilot. Sick stuff there from Pharaoh is eRa trying to regain the lead here. He's investing a lot in this. You saw the fighter pilot right away. You see the glide bomb go right into Bevel's face.
I don't think he saw his teammate there, however, not making use of that streak. He is still on an 8 streak as we speak right now, and he's a bit concussed, but the flamethrower in hand, he's been very aggressive, pushing out. He's thinking maybe of that next hard point is going to go down, and TK, again, we talk about composure. These guys have won in game 5s. We've seen them come back time and time again. They are 15 points behind here. However, they have that rotation, and I think the streaks, bar Kenny, are out of the question.
And a big part of why eRa started to take over a bit in this game. I mean, when we looked at it talking about Ricky, he had significantly more kills than everybody on the team. All of a sudden, Pharaoh and Decimate start to really go off. So it's been a full team affair here from eRa. But right now in parking lot, it's Team Kaliber picking up time. Theory patrolling the mid lane. And this is at least getting scary right now for eRa.
Yeah, and this is one of the hard points on World War II, just in general. Very, very hard to break. If you don't have streaks, you know, a lot of the players will have Hunker on. As you can see in the bottom left, Theory rocking it right now. You've got to win those individual gunfights. And once again, eRa proved me wrong. Straight back in it. There is 25 seconds here. And what TK do next?
Fighter pilot.
Yeah, whether they use it, yes, they do. And here we go. Everyone's getting out of the way. No one has mounted on. Everyone is being seen. However, it's not going to be enough to break that. Yeah,
I wasn't really sure why he was investing it. I don't know. I mean, you're not going to take another crack there with 25 or so seconds. You're going to set up for field. How good is fighter pilot in field? I mean, that's where we see sometimes 3 or 4 kills come through very easily. So I don't know. I'm not sure what the exact play call there was. Just maybe try to slow them down in transition so they can't get set up early and you really are able to lock down the lookout post.
Yeah, big kill from Chino onto Decimate there. Does stop the 5-kill streak. However, Flamethrower coming in hot. Bevel's taking down Kenny. Pharaoh getting his second and his third onto accuracy. And eRa, they have come to the Pro League here to do business. This is a back-to-back champion right now in Team Kaliber. They are down, but they're certainly not out. And Decimate, again, deleting Theory off the map. Glide bomb coming in from Kenny. Just trying to open things up a little bit, and we'll give a little bit of breathing room to TK. However, you said it before, Maven, no lead is certain against a team like Team Kaliber.
Never. We've seen so many insane comebacks by TK. But again, this is a different environment. You don't necessarily have the TK crowd to feed off right now that you have at a major event. So I'm not saying they need that, but we'll see. If they, even like it's not like eRa's ever had like a really big lead. It's been very close throughout, but all those really close moments, bar maybe a couple games versus LG, they just always seem to go TK's way down the stretch.
And shout out to JP, obviously our statman behind everything. The amount of games that TK have won being outslayed is crazy. You look at the KD ratios here. You can see Bevels, Pharaoh, Decimate, and Ricky all right now are positive. No one is going negative, and they are just starting to take that maybe 10-point lead.
At NOLA, I think it was something like in 12 of their hard points, or sorry, in 6 of the 12 hard points they won, they were outslayed or something. And usually you take a look at the numbers like around 90% for teams. So think about the fact that they were more around 50. That's a big discrepancy.
Well, the 200 mark is broke for eRa. They have the streaks, and look at the bottom right now. Pharaoh, he is working towards it once again. Fighter pilot's going to be huge, unlike the winery, and he's actually going to call this in straight away. He's trying to catch them off guard with 10 seconds maybe left on the restaurant. He's going to find one, find the second, I believe, onto Kenny. Accuracy doing damage as well. And look at the spawn for TK. This is bad news.
And Pharaoh has been huge in this because it's not like he has a million kills. He's 24 and 20, but when he's finding kills, he's finding them in flurries. I mean, he went on the 8 streak, he went on the 6 streak. He's picking up streaks every time he decides to go off, and they can be absolutely huge for this team. Speaking of Pharaoh, though, he's going to be the only one here. He's getting pushed from everywhere. The flamethrower at least able to trade it out, but kills going the way of TK. Ricky now the lone man in the back, so this is definitely going to be some time here for Team Kaliber as everybody tries to fight across the map for eRa.
I like this play from Ricky. You know, he's not panicking. He's keeping composed. He's waiting for his teammates. Now they make the push for together. It doesn't look like it's going to work out. However, 3-1 on the gunfights go in favor of TK. eRa are still getting that spawn. Now, the question is, if you look at the minimap with 25 seconds, do they fight for it? Huge gunfight going in the favor of accuracy there to keep that scrap time. But this 2v2 is so important. Going into the parking lot is going to be TK. Takes down 2, takes down 3, and no lead is safe when you're talking TK.
They're going to get the lead changed here and should be set up for the next hardpoint. It's a couple times we've seen them do it here where they get the scrap time and they win the rotation battle, which is a lot of times what decides your victor. But here we go. Kenny's going to be the man inside the hardpoint. He gets picked. 3 kills go the way of eRa Eternity. Theory still here, trying to fight around the edge, playing his life right now. Accuracy pops near him. This is nuts, man. Tie game, 222.
And Kenny just breaking through there, coming through once again, and it's these 1v1s, these individual plays that is going to determine this game. 227 to 222 right now. It is all eRa in the slaying department. However, there is 3 players around that hard point with 30 seconds left. TK can end it here.
And Ricky, I mean, he's still in the back, but he needs his teammate to get to him. Similar situation to what we saw on the last hard point. They're trying to clear it out. Ricky wins another big one. He stays alive just long enough. And now they're back in for a moment, but TK re-breaks. They've just got to hold the front. Everybody's spawning a tower and trying to sprint across here for eRa. You just need a couple ticks for TK, and there it goes. Theory closes the door, and TK gets the map 1 victory. Back, it's just very hard to do. It doesn't happen very often at all.
I completely agree, and the thing that, you know, accentuates the greatness of this team is it's not like they've done it through the same meta. It was FG, then it was Bar, then it was STG
that's
Bar, and
surprise,
it's like they've been great at everything. They've adapted, and for me, I mean, stats that we don't have, you know, that we'll never have is how much, you know, individually or as a team these guys have scrimmed and played. But TK, they've been on it since day one. They haven't stopped, and when they won, they played more.
No, that's a big reason people didn't catch up, right? That's why they've kept this gap between them and the rest of the bunch. But here we go, a must-win search and destroy for eRa. Unfortunately for them, it's on a map that TK is very, very good at, specifically in search and destroy.
Getting the overhead here and jumping on board.
They actually did lose 2 in New Orleans, though.
Yeah.
So they show they were at least human on this map.
Talking of human, Kenny isn't he's only human, will be taken down. Does find the first blood, though, to 1-1. We have a 3v2, and the bomb going down puts TK in a very favorable position.
And we've seen them do this so many times. They bully themselves onto the A site. They get bombed down very, very quickly. And it is not easy to retake on this site. Devils and Decimate, a lot of work to do.
Like, how do you approach this?
Just look at the minimap right now. It's like, if you're like, well, where are these orange arrows going to go?
Yeah.
Orange, yellow? I don't even know what color that is.
Decimate picks off accuracy, and that could be a pick at the back here. The time is running down. A 1v2 now in the hands of Decimate, and Theory playing the close quarters with a PPSH there. And for Decimate here, maybe picking up a kill may go in his favor. He's already found 1, but not looking likely. Taken from the side. TK, round 1.
Yeah, and you know, obviously, if eRa gets a win here, it's very much an upset in general for the series, but it's just when you knew it was this map, you think that that game 1 was almost a must-win for eRa, especially when it's that close down the stretch. You just don't expect. Well, I mean, we have talked about their prowess in search and destroy, the players on eRa, that is. But I don't know how you get a win here. TK's been so good.
Yeah, and so consistent at search and destroy, winning how many game 5s, time and time again. The one thing we have to take into consideration, Ferro picking up 1 with accuracy on the snipe straight away. Decimate picking up 1, and referring to my previous point, we do have to take into consideration TK, best team in the game right now, and this is eRa's first game. How can they stack up against the rest of the division? We'll have to wait and see, but some risky hip fire there from Ricky. Just tag him up.
And I think I saw Ferro, yeah, he's going to have duelists. So I didn't really see anyone do it other than Clay, at least early in that, as you pick up, I think it was 3 kills for a Ferro. Nice with the duelist, and then also with the snipe as well. But I'm trying to think if I saw anyone do it at New Orleans after Clay started to make plays with it. But here, you're seeing somebody else implement it.
Good to see new strategy coming in all the time. And again, players will learn from like other players, such as Clay and such as different things. But duelist, something I will say, not being at NOLA, I did miss out on, sadly. But 1-1 as we go into round number 3.
We missed you, buddy.
Oh, it was painful. It was painful watching from home, but...
I loved the couple times that you were tweeted like you were there. That was cracking me up. Like, great job to all the casters, and you'd be on it. I'm like, oh, Phil, you're crushing it.
Yeah. I was like, thanks, guys. Yeah, going really well, but I'm back. And couldn't be happier here, but eRa, they could be right now. They're 1-0 down in the series. And TK, this time they're going for full pressure, but this time onto B. Ricky connecting with Chino.
They find the opening 2 kills. Pharaoh just spotted one as well, not able to hit it. That's a big kill from Kenny there, because you're at least getting somewhat close to streaks if you're Pharaoh, especially if he gets that kill. Now with 45 seconds on the clock, it's a 2v3. TK looking to clutch. It's Theory and Kenny.
Yeah, we're seeing a full flank coming in for eRa. Actually, both players pushing through that bunker, and the bomb is not going down on the hands of TK. Theory does have that, and Theory, in fact, will be the only one left alive at a 1v3. Knows where Bevels is and has spotted him with 29 seconds. Finds the first headshot onto Bevels. Now, decision time.
Not a lot of time to work with, and he's going to pick B, and both players look to be stacked there. Not going to be easy to get a bomb plant down. He's going to have to gun 2 players. Oh, they actually just push out to mid. This may give him a plant. This is the timing could not have been luckier there for Theory. Now he's really got a chance. He's able to get this planted and get away.
For eRa now, how do they approach this together is the best option. However, we're going to see Theory pick off the first. He probably...
That's huge that he kills him before he gets across, too.
And he knows they'll be sticking together. Theory could be in for the 1v3. Finds the first 2 and now tagged up. Everything's in his favor. The BPSH 15 bullets, and he's going to tag him once again. 23 seconds left on the clock.
He saw him cross, though. He knows he's got him at the pillar. Here we go. Theory just playing with his food. Able to win it. 1v3 makes it look easy. And, I mean, was there a little bit of luck involved as he goes to B as the exact second they rotate out? But this is a guy that's been making plays like that for a very, very long time.
Absolutely. Lady luck on his side for the bomb plant, but at the end of the day, still a 2v1. And I would say, eRa, when that first person got traded, I would have liked to have seen maybe a quicker response, but they weren't in position. And that, again, when you're 1-0 down in the series, not what you want to happen. A 1v3.
It's just, these are the things that happen for TK. that's part of how they've won 2 majors. Just big plays, clutch plays. And Theory, you know, maybe in the respawns, he isn't always the flashiest guy. Won't always have the stats there, but we've seen some incredible performances from him in Search and Destroy.
A very defensive line for an offense, if you like. eRa here just waiting before making the first move, and now Decimate deleted here. Even trickier. Hunker coming into play. FG connecting, that's going to be Bevels down, and a 4v2. You've got to favor TK right now. Pharaoh still with a sniper. He's going to be taking down Ricky. 1v3 perform. Can you do even better?
He's able to pick up one. A lot to work with, not a lot of time. And Theory doesn't want to give him a chance. Hunts him down and makes the play. You saw Kenny opening things up with the FG42. And that's, I mean, that was one thing that stood out for me at the event for New Orleans for Kenny. He just uses whatever, man. I mean, he's so good with PPSH and Respawn, obviously, but you saw him use the FG42. You saw him use the bar. You've seen him, I mean, he's a flashy sniper as well. There's a lot of talent in that young kid.
Yeah. When you get such a strong player with such versatility, surrounded by 3 of the great players, only good things will happen. And it's lights out for TK so far in World War II. Oh, pushing forward now. It's going to be Chino, MVP of New Orleans. He's currently sitting at 3 and 2, holding that mid lane. Pharaoh on the flank. He will be uncontested here.
And Pharaoh got a lot of information. Obviously, all of A is clear, but Chino is always the guy that's going to be watching that flank. And now you're down a man. Decimate gets picked again. Chino's watching the flank, and there he's able to get the kill. You're in trouble right now for eRa.
Yeah, this is not a good position here. Chino, again, you know, simple kills, nothing flashy, nothing crazy, but just picking up the players when he needs to. Bomb down, 4v2, 40 seconds on the clock. Again, TK just putting themselves in such fantastic positions. And look at this, Kenny, he's just hiding in a hole.
Kenny may get the jump on one. Now Bevel's actually able to spot him there. We'll pick him up. Theory's streak is up to 6. Bomb is planted. Accuracy looking over the top of him.
Oh my.
He's able to pepper one, but now Theory going to have to clutch again. There's just not a lot of time to work with, though, if you're eRa.
Bear in mind, that was a 2v4. They narrowed it down to a 2v1, but that one was Theory. He's clutched once before, and he's clutched it once again. The defuse cannot happen, will be taken down. However, TK will secure another round, and you've just got to take your hat off to Theory right there.
Yeah, I mean, and that's not maybe the most impressive 2v1 considering the time and the bomb down, but still, it's moments like that where you can't make a stupid mistake. You need to, I mean, you need to know the time is in your favor. I mean, you see veterans make mistakes like that sometimes, though. I think back to, what, grand final, St. Marie JCap. He basically has his internal clock off about a second, peaks too early, and ends up costing them a round. So I mean, even though it's not the flashiest of plays, still a great play from a veteran in Theory.
Well, a 1v2 and a 1v3 now in the bag. Obviously one a little bit easier, but Theory still going strong. Round 6 picks off the first 2. And Kenny finding Ricky leaves Pharaoh in a very tough position. He's going for a nice cheeky quickscope, finishing it off with the automatic pistol. I don't even feel like, I mean, that round, by a flick of a switch there, just went, and you feel like eRa almost shut down now in the search and destroy.
Theory, I think he feels very, very comfortable in search on just about every map. I mean, thinking about the matches versus LG in New Orleans, he started out 6-0 2 different times on Texas, I believe, just completely took over games. He is very, very good in search and destroy, and right now up to 10-2.
I think the interesting topics at the moment, you know, people are speculating who is the best player in the game. A lot of people talking methods. A lot of, you can pick anyone from TK and
I think
so many more.
Kenny's probably the name I've heard the most, I'd say. But yes. There's definitely some others in the conversation, but
Kenny's just having fun.
Yeah, no, he really is.
He's torching people down. And now for potentially the final round, 40 seconds and a 3v4.
That's one of the only times I've seen a flamethrower kill in search and destroy, to be honest with you. A lot of times you'll see people to swap over to artillery or mortar. He's getting it done with the flamethrower. Decimate, down, TK, up 2-0, making it look easy. They do this for 6 more months.
The one thing I will say is, yes, they're very good at closing games in Game 5, but there's only so many Game 5s you can win.
Is there? I mean, aren't they still? They're still undefeated in Game 5s.
There is, but every time I'm like, is this the one? And then I'm proved wrong once again. But we'll have to wait and see. Will this go to a Game 5? It's not looking likely. However, if eRa have any chance, they need to turn it round and win 3 maps straight, starting with the CTF.
And this is a map that TK looked very vulnerable on at times at New Orleans. I believe they actually did end up winning it in the grand final, but they lost. I know I casted at least 2 or 3 losses on this particular map. So they can be vulnerable. One of the things that stood out for me in those games was whether or not Theory started very slow or if Theory got hot. Because when I'm talking slow, I mean, he might be like triple negative in the opening couple minutes, which you don't want to see.
Well, it's been pretty strong so far.
And I think the one they won, he like dominated. So
oh, okay.
Curious to see how he died first. So.
Theory gets first blooded. Will he start off triple neg? Will he go positive and pick things up? But keep your eyes on the minimap for the first start of this minute and a half, maybe. See the areas that these guys are pushing. eRa 3 do go down, but accuracy the most pushed up for TK. Of course, with the FG in hand, he's just taking things slow. Maybe looking for that second pick. Bad timing is going to peek out, but the close range is going to affect him with that FG 42.
Everyone is fine for mid-map control. Ricky getting the better of Theory there. Inching his way up the map will be Ricky. Just spotted one for a moment inside a window. Pharaoh got into a position where maybe he's going to be able to make a play. Theory just came off spawn, thought he might be wrapping back, but he needed help on the opposite side. Pharaoh, he had accuracy right on the other side there. Yeah,
I like the way that he was checking those corners. He was just misguided a little bit. Accuracy hiding behind that AA gun on the side of the map there, so he's not been spotted, but Pharaoh has picked up one in the base and taken down Theory. He can go for the pull now, just one player trying to stop him. It is accuracy. Kenny tracking back and doing damage, but Ricky makes the final kill and will make the pull, but no teammates in support, and there's 2 players cutting him off.
Yeah, he's in trouble. And that particular gunfight, too, like that side, it's so tough to run because where you have that lumber there, like you're not going to win that gunfight unless you have like a really, really unreal snap and perfect shots, or maybe hit a nade there. But he's just thinking, I need to get out and go. And that's tough timing with 2 TK players coming off a spawn. Yeah, Chino actually has this flag and he's got out. He's got the protection of accuracy mid-map. Kenny is the important player right now. There is one player pushing forward. He's going to decimate. He's going to be taken down. Only just there as Kenny does take damage, but the flag will be home and dry. No streaks in sight. Oh, that's a little bit of a skip there, but he puts it in for the first flag. Well, TK, you're back-to-back major champs in control of this series. Let's hear the comms. We're hopping to a listening.
Our bottom mid, absolute Pharaoh. To the right.
I can't kill JCap. I cannot kill JCap.
One is our bottom mid to the right.
Push our low gun.
Low gun dead. Still our bottom mid, right?
I got him.
Okay, last guy is Ricky. Bevels was our bottom mid.
I killed him. Oh, he's our front mid. Front mid, Bevel.
Mid dead.
Elevator, good job.
I'm going gun.
Alright, I'll pick up a Jane when I spawn.
I'm just pushing out. Already there. Already at their JCap.
JCap.
He's pushing underground stairs. I'm pretty sure he's already underground. Top gun and underground. Yeah, underground.
Underground stairs. Top gun guy is really hurt.
Okay.
One's our underground. Underground dead. One guy wood on me. Middle gun dead. Elevator going in front of mid. Front of mid got me.
They're mid, absolute. Front our bottom mid. Really weak our bottom mid and one's front their mid.
You went back in.
Yeah, he's front our bottom mid and front their mid. That was one. That was the guy front there mid. Bevels is gonna be our bottom mid or out.
I killed Bevels.
Alright,
middle one really hurt. Middle one. We're for Destiny. From mid. I pushed up gun. Push my left, Miggy. Push my left.
One's our top window.
Oh, they're gun.
Alright, I'm coming back.
They're gun Pharaoh.
Maybe our outskirts.
I'm looking out.
Pharaoh got me. He's going middle gunner.
Top. One's top.
Bottom gun. I think Pharaoh went bottom gun.
On top of Jen's, absolute.
Desi was bottom mid. Alright, bottom gun, dead. They stunned me from bottom mid. Bottom mid got me. Sorry, bottom mid. Left side. He's one shot left side.
Jen's mid.
Great communication from TK that you expect, but right there, right as we come out of it, they all end up falling. So they hold strong for basically the full 90 seconds of the listen-in. Then finally, in the closing moments, eRa does break through. You've got accuracy of Team Kaliber pushing the other side of the map, maybe trying to make a play. It'll be Decimate trying to pick up the kill, coming in from behind. Streaks invested in this as well. Ricky playing his life for the time being. He gets picked up. Accuracy actually finds both. And there's the return. TK always make the plays.
Not only that, they're now raining down fire with the streaks. Accuracy, once again, a pinpoint grenade, picking up that one kill. But it was that, that fighter pilot which really opened all that space up. And just like that, from eRa looking so close to tying it up, TK double the lead.
Yeah, like, you get the score, you get streaks as well out of that. Like, what a crazy 30 seconds that could not have gone more poorly for eRa. TK making plays, accuracy. You saw the full streaks there on him. Right after that, though, he will drop. Theory, though, patrolling the top window of the eRa base. So he's still going to be a nuisance. You can see Ricky trying to pick him out, but Theory winning the one-on-one.
Not missing a bullet as well, and he's just going back and forth up the ladders through the door. He's just hanging around here, and he doesn't need to do anything, just lingering, taking down player by player, and with 9 seconds left, it doesn't look like they're going for the pull, but he might make a last-ditch attempt. No, he's in and out, going for the streaks. We're going to end the first half here at 2-0. eRa, they have a lot of work to do, both 2-0 down in series and map. How they come back from this, that's got to be really frustrating to lose that one flag like that.
It does, and then to add insult to injury, then you have Theory inside your base for the final 60 seconds. You have to clear him out before you can really do anything, so there's no offensive opportunity for eRa whatsoever down the stretch. Theory was just a flea there, just being as annoying as he could. I think he picked up 3 or 4 kills in succession. Finally dropped, but not before he basically eliminated any chance of eRa getting points on the board.
Don't forget, accuracy still has those streaks in his back pocket in case he needs to make an offense or defensive hold. Fighting for that mid-map control. Ricky going to start things off as well as Pharaoh. Just what they needed if they're going to start any type of comeback against TK. 3 do go down. The last one is Chino. He's going to be taken out as well.
Nice shot by Bevels as he is snapping right now. One more in the back. He's good. Oh, I thought he had that kill. Kenny, though, keeps firing and finds a couple. They will get the flag for a moment. Kenny's now got it on his hand. It's another spot where 2 players from TK are coming off a spawn, and they're going to have an opportunity to shut this down. Chino should have spotted him on the cross, but doesn't matter. Ricky takes off his head, and this should be a cap finally for eRa.
And that cap as well will result in Ricky getting a full streak. And that first 50 seconds is perfect for eRa. I don't think accuracy invested any of the streaks there, so we will still have them available.
And Ricky went big, don't get me wrong, but it was Bevels is the reason that score happens for me. He picks out Chino in the corner, he then snaps on one to keep the opening, and then Ricky does the rest. And now they have to do a little bit of work at home. They get it done on defense as well.
When that one player was running the flag back, Ricky, who went big against Chino in the middle, I think it was accuracy who spawned up and decided to wrap back to his home flag and not go with Chino, not make it a 2v1, and they may live to regret that, but still in the lead, 2-1 right now, and they do have that map control once again. Ricky the furthest pushed up, and he will be taken down. So now TK will start another aggressive push.
eRa played him tough in the game 1, looking to do the same here in the CTF. Kenny, though, up in his face, though, aim a little bit wild, and Ricky's able to get him. But now they're both looking the same way. Theory comes in from behind, but can't find both players. But again, I mean, the amount of time you just see eRa having to play out of their base due to the pressure coming in from TK, whether it's Theory, whether it's Kenny, whether it's accuracy now, they've really kind of kept eRa on the back foot for most of the game.
You can see, judging by the mini-map, a very static Team Kaliber right now, just sitting back, and they're happy to do so. We can see 2 players already taking it indoors, and the fighter pilot from Ricky not going to connect. Kenny just answering back immediately, so maybe a misuse of streaks there. But they are on the push, and these next couple of kills could decide if they get another flag out. That is big for Bevels, and eRa will once again start pushing forward. But they need that final kill, that final wave. They're making the first, but can they make the second? TK, they're holding out strong. Yeah,
and accuracy just basically killed any four-man push, right? He gets 2 kills there. And now you see the arrows kind of backing up and trying to find a place to slither on through. Decimate Bevels, though, actually giving them a chance for the moment. They at least get a couple of kills and allow their players to come off spawn to reinforce this push. One did get behind for a moment. I theory Kenny should be flanked any moment now, yeah. Decimate gets him.
Big plays from Decimate and 2 players coming off spawn as well. A big 1v1. Theory, he's making moves. Does find Ricky, but the flag's still in the hands of Decimate.
What is that hip fire?
Look at that minimap, though. Look at that player 1 and 4. It's Kenny and Chino. What impact can they make? We've got a glide bomb coming in. Is going to connect there. Decimate caught, and the flag will go down. Either side, we've got glide bombs. But that player 4 is Chino. Trying to get behind enemy lines. Big 1v1. Not going to happen. The flag, on the other hand, though, will be returned, and that's coming back for accuracy. TK, 1 minute 30 left. They still have the lead.
Yep. I mean, Chino at least gets in a... I know he doesn't win the gunfight, but he gets in a position that doesn't allow them to even go and try to get a touch on the flag. They got to deal with him in the base first and foremost, so you don't get countered immediately like we saw happen earlier. Accuracy still has this streak to work with. Chino, surprise, he's in behind, and he's in a line. I thought he had both. Decimate, though, able to trade the kill.
I love the way Chino just dodged the flag there so it didn't pop up any information. But the FG obviously has its weaknesses, and up close is one of them. We're going to see Theory trying to be a nuisance in the enemy base. He's actually waiting. Well, no one is around. They're going fast, and so they should be. They're 1 behind here.
And that's, I mean, that's tough for accuracy. Especially, sometimes he has one run quick draw on that FG42, and without it, that gunfight, you're relying on some hip fire there to maybe get a kill. But now, 45 seconds. Flag in the hand of Theory, flag in the hand of Pharaoh. It all comes down to this for eRa's hopes in this series.
Yeah, I believe a bombardment coming in as well. And Pharaoh, they managed to get out of that. It actually traps Team Kaliber behind. There is one player, it was Theory, to take down Ricky, but equally so, he's going to be matched up. Chino's the one in the base. There's got to be a 1v2. Finds the first. Kenny backing him up as well, but Decimate is in trouble here. Ricky as well, and Chino coming up clutch. The flag will be returned, and with 17 seconds, TK look to have secured the series win.
Well, they're 4 down, they gotta go. They're gonna pop in the base. Can they get a touch in these 8 seconds? Stuns out. Bevels pushing towards the back. First gunfight gonna go his way. They've got to get a touch of the flag. There it is, they're able to grab it. It's still hot. They just have to get the return though, and there it is. TK gets the flag at home.